I am Parker. I'm Love Bug.
I'm Mocha from Sage about that life.
Bentley, Purpose and Passion. I'm Joanna, the corporate type.
I'm Barbara, the boss.
And we are
The Walks of Life.
So today we have two special guests,
Yes.
Sanji and Steven.
Woo!
And they're here to talk straight Dammit.
Yes.
So the group has read the book, and we're going to talk through the worksheet that accompanies the book. Can you all kind of tell the viewers where they can find your book, or introduce yourselves?
We are Stephen and Sanji Millette. We're the authors of Talk Straight Then, and we share with groups and couples how to ignite the bliss in their relationship. And that process will involve talking straight.
And we've been married 11 blissful years. And we just want to share that with the world and be an example for couples to let them know it is possible to have such a relationship.
I love it. Me too. If you can kind of explain, like how you met. I like that story.
That's my story.
I'll jump in here.
Yeah, there he goes. So we met online at blackpeoplemeet.com.
Wow. Interesting.
And it was a girls' night out like this, like you guys have here.
Okay.
And one of my girls was looking at some guys who had, I guess, identified her as possible. I filled out a survey. We got together just to see what people had said. And when my picture popped up, he paid the whopping price of $10 to speak to this person. He said he'd been seeing the usual characters or usual suspects, and this one wasn't the usual suspect. So he paid his renewal fee. He started talking to me, and then I told my girl, hey, check this dude out. And so she looked at him, and when she did that, her picture popped up. So he started talking to her too. And I said, how are you going to talk to two women from the same city at the same time? Because he didn't know we knew each other.
Oh.
And he had to take a moment, and he came back with,
You may not understand internet culture. You chat with many, but you're the first one to know.
melted my heart.
Right.
And we had a nice conversation. We met 2 days later at an Applebee that's actually by our house now, and we've been in love ever since.
Love wins. So, how did you start the book, and what inspired you to create the book?
Well, we're going to start with the title, Talk Straight Then.
Yeah, I like that.
It was an experience. We were in Washington, D.C., and I was having some trouble with my legs, and I had this little wobble to my walk.
It wasn't a wobble.
She calls it the pimp walk.
It was the pimp walk.
Oh, shorty the pimp.
And I said, walk straight, damn it.
That was good.
But what she didn't know, I had this medical condition with my spinal cord. I was slowly being paralyzed.
Oh, and she said walk straight down.
So it turned into listen straight, damn it, when he didn't hear what I told him about. And then eventually said, well, if you talk straight, damn it, I can listen straight, damn it. So that's the name of the book.
Wow, okay.
It's a way we communicate to say in a joyful way or a playful way that, hey, you're not listening to me or you're not communicating clearly. So whenever we say it, we always laugh whenever we do that.
Sure.
So we learned to play games where other people can have a tendency to argue about stuff. We just make it a game to get everybody on the same page to just have fun moving around.
And he was writing his autobiography, and I was helping him with it. And we decided that this was going to be our passion and our purpose. So we needed to do something that would help. And so we turned it into, or portions thereof, into this book. And as I was writing and learning about him, I'm like, well, that happened kind of sort of to me too. Or, yeah, I got an example of that. And so then it became an infusion of our stories. So you get the male, female perspective on different things.
Yeah, I like that.
So how long were you married before you wrote the book?
10.
We knew each other a year before we got married, so we count that in our time.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. Absolutely. That's awesome.
So that's where we are right now, and we actually have 2 other books that are waiting to be published, but we're focusing on this, and we want to get the business up and running before we go and do those 2.
So I have another question. I know that Talk Straight Dammit was really, the targeted audience are those who are in relationship couples. What about just anybody? Do you feel like anybody could benefit and profit from reading this material outside of a relationship?
Well, I kind of look at the book like a Swiss Army knife. And a Swiss Army knife has all these different tools on it that can get you out of any situation. And if you're single, you're looking to get married, it can get you out of that situation into a relationship by teaching you how to talk straight to yourself now, so that when that special individual comes into your life, you'll be clear on what it is you want, what you will accept, and your words are going to actually shape your future. And so as you speak what you do want, not what you don't want, as one of the stories in there talking about,
We're going to talk about that.
you will begin to attract what it is you want, because it's you're pulling on the laws of the universe. You got God in concert with you, and what we try to share with people is not too late to live your dream. And talk straight, damn it, is to get you past those negative limiting beliefs that have convinced you that you can't have it, convince you that it's too late and all that kind of stuff. But it's never too late.
Well, in the case where you can find it, like I wouldn't have thought, but I do know another couple that met on internet dating. So it's nice to know that it's some positive things coming from that.
There is after the internet.
Or is that a negative belief? Well, it is a negative belief.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would say it's a negative belief for me, because I'm always thinking, guys just want to smash. They meet girls that they can smash with, they, fill their heads and sell them dreams, and then go on to the next, because it's such a broad platform. And for me, I feel nervous about meeting someone online, because people have such a false identity behind the screen, and you can be whoever you want to be, on social media behind the screen, but then in reality you find out it's the bomb. It's the bomb. You got great personality, you know how to say what women want to hear, but then you find that you're not all those things. And I've actually known a couple people that have found love. Right. It's nice to know that.
Exactly. Right.
Well, actually, I mean, this is I know a little side note, but I often give internet dating tips.
Okay.
He's a comedian.
I know. I read that too.
See, a lot of times, you do the internet dating and you have this long, drawn-out relationship for a long time. Don't do that. Right. Meet relatively quick. You can tell more in 5 minutes in person about that person. So meet very quickly in an open place, preferably like a Starbucks. Don't plan a movie or dinner and all. No. Plan 15 minutes at Starbucks. Because
So it takes almost time. Yeah.
if it don't, and in 15 minutes, if you ain't happy, you can leave. If they ain't happy, they can leave. And all you lost is 15 minutes. And so if it turns into something, you may be sitting there for a couple of hours just chopping it up. And so those are some real quick internet dates.
I like that.
Meet quick and early, a short date, and see where it goes from there.
And was that your first time?
That was my first and only
Look
internet.
at you.
He shut down my profile
I bet he
within
did.
a couple of weeks.
That's
I turned hers off.
That's right. That's right.
Mine too. Mine too.
I love
That's
it.
right.
I love it.
So you know that was God.
Yeah,
It
I do.
sure was. So we all were trying to work through this workbook.
Okay.
Well, we're all struggling a little bit, or we all have our different perspectives on what bliss. Thank you.
Okay.
Parker, you want to start with describe what bliss looks like for you?
bliss was blank. I did do it anyway.
You know,
Okay. So my bliss is living in color, loving beyond words, enjoying family life, traveling, living in the I am, and being okay with every decision. Loving the people around me. That's my bliss.
That's good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
Mine is being with friends and families. I love good conversation. I love food. I love laughter. And I really put I love. I do. Yeah.
cool.
So for me, what bliss looks like for me is bliss to me is being loved, respected, and fully appreciated. And in turn, all is being reciprocated. Being valued is a must on both parts in any relationship, but most importantly, being happy so that comes easy.
You
This
know
is
what?
our short and sweet lady.
And she really
She don't
is.
play no games.
She is.
So I said bliss looks like healthy relationships with friends and family. It also looks like communication that can freely flow without offense.
They just be showing out. So, what this looks like to me is the sunrise and the sunset. Because when the sun rises, that's the beginning and the start of my day, and when the sunset is when I relax for healing.
Very good.
I like that.
And that's one of the things we say, that what bliss looks like for you may not be what it looks like for me.
Exactly.
But a lot of women, a lot of couples, a lot of people don't ever stop to think about it. And so they don't know what they're moving forward to or what they're trying to accomplish in life. So then they kind of just stagnate where they are. But having something to shoot for and knowing that's what you're working with, that's what helps to move you forward and tell you.
So what does your bliss look like?
Yeah, well,
My bliss is very exciting. First, let me start with, we came up with our own definition of bliss. And what our definition of bliss is the ability to love and be loved, have abundance, in complete forgiveness, and without judgment. I like to say it twice because it's a lot. The ability to love and be loved, have abundance, in complete forgiveness, and without judgment. So my bliss is every day I wake up to see this little baby. And we have literally been on our honeymoon for 11 years.
Come through.
Let's go ahead.
That is so beautiful. And you all really look so good together. Like you are such a compliment to one another.
Yes.
And I mean, my life has been very tumultuous, which you'll get to see in the autobiography, up and down, slump from East Coast to the West Coast, so on and so forth. But through all of that, I've learned to enjoy every day, and I get to live my dreams every day. I've been fortunate. I have hobbies that are rather expensive, like alpine skiing, and I've skied around the world. I love golfing. And I recently took up scuba diving.
I love this. This is getting better. It just is.
And so spending time with this lady, doing all the things that I love and the things that she loves, that is my bliss. And that's what we say with couples. You have to do something with her that she likes. She loves yard selling, so I'm running around there bargaining over
my chauffeur
stuff,
too.
and she go golfing with me.
Listen,
That's all.
can you just say that one more time? Because I need the camera to make sure. Exactly what you said. What you said, I gotta do what she loves.
That's
That's
right.
what I have to do what she loves, and spending time doing those things without grudging. You know, just go willing, have fun with your mate, your spouse, in what they like to do, and they come back and spend time with you, and it creates this amazing atmosphere. When we first got together, I'm a reader and she's a reader, and I took her to see this author, and he signed the book and everything. And together, we probably read maybe 75, 100 books together. But we talk about the books. We talk about the books. And I get her perspective. She gets my perspective. We get the author's perspective. You know, we don't always have to agree, but that causes us to grow together.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes a big difference.
So my bliss is supporting history, supporting our children, and having time for my bliss. So he loves, as he said, to ski. He's actually the president of the Ebony Ice Ski Club for here in Milwaukee. Ebony Ice. And I learned to ski at the age of 45. I am forever the ski bunny. I'm on the bunny hill. I am just taking lessons, and then we go out together. We have a video of me just slowly going downhill on the slopes on our website. And so the other things that he does that no man had ever done with me before was generally wants to be there with me when I'm doing something I love. He doesn't eat a lot of different things. He's a meat and potato man. But I love food.
I'm a foodie too.
And I will try almost anything. I've tried crickets in Mexico and
shut your mouth.
oh my gosh, I got pictures for you.
I don't know if I can tell you.
But when I find something I really love, he just loves to see the joy on my face when I'm eating it. He'll sit there and eat his brat or whatever 15 times if that's what I want to do and enjoy. So we spend a lot of time. And like you said, we wake up each morning and we talk to each other and get to know what's going on. Things change. You know, he may not like skiing anymore at some point in time, but if I don't talk to him and find out what that is, well, no. Then the last part I will say is about our children. We have 5 adult children. We have 2 living in the house. So my bliss will be when I'm actually an empty nester for more than 6 months.
Y'all heard that.
No, just kidding. They know I love them, but they know they got to still
6 months. Let them go feed up by themselves. Okay. So I'm sure this has sparked something with our married couples and on the team here. Any questions for creating bliss going forward with your mate?
Not yet.
Or
I don't know, because I've been with my husband so long that I worked through so much already. It's a little bit, we didn't do it funny like, but like we would work through it like, okay, so somebody had to figure out, okay, this is getting too elevated, so let's stop. We're going to revisit this at a better time. So I have learned on my road to all this marriage that it takes a lifetime to get to know who's with. So I guess that's why
I've got something for all of you. If you give us your email before you leave, we have a tips to mastering intimacy.
well, let me tell you, I'm going to give you my email. Because I was reading the book and I was like, you said something in there that I was like, oh, you would think we would automatically know some of these things. But you said, when you're with your mate, don't say what you don't like.
I read
Don't say what you don't like. Say what I do. I like it when you touch me here. I like the way you want me to.
Yeah.
I said, that's beautiful. It's beautiful because it just changes the dynamic, the whole tone, in that moment. As soon as you say what you don't,
I just went back to the drawing board.
Right.
I got 15,000 different things to think about of what she could like.
Yes, I thought that was beautiful.
This just was the movie.
That's the movie there,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I read that. I'm like, okay, good.
Parker, before they came, he wanted to know about additional material.
Yeah, because I already have a book that says that you can go to the website to click on the pages. And I said, I don't, part of it says it's free, but it doesn't look free.
Okay, so on our website we have a couple free downloads. One is the definition of bliss is not only a definition, it's actually our process. The B stands for being bold, making a bold decision. The L is about leveraging your circumstances. The I is about taking inspired actions. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And so we have a nice little download that you can put up on your mirror to remind you about how to get bliss. We have the freebie that I'm offering you today I have copies with me, so if somebody gets yours, I gotta get emails with them. So we'll be doing that. We also have a lot of free videos that you can click on and watch.
Is it YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds like our adopted parents.
And there's also another one that another download that we have, Bliss is your birthright, which is scripturally based, and it's just a string of scriptures together, something you can repeat
Every morning.
in the I am, in the present, that who you are and what you deserve as a child of God. It's very enlightening.
Me too. That's what we're working on.
Oh, I love it.
Should we move on to the second?
Girl, okay. Emotional. You know how I do. Every episode, I generally get teary-eyed because something
They
just
both
comes
did
over
that,
me.
right?
So, I know. What does the perfect relationship look like for you, Barb the boss?
Oh, she bad. You like that lady, old fish-eyed fool. My daddy's a comedian, so I have my kids to ask that question. Yeah, everybody share it again.
I figure we start with her all the time. Let's go.
Where did this go?
I like when we start with the love, because then I'll be ready. She spread the love and it softened me up. So, anyway. A perfect relationship for me is honest and open communication. Because if you're honest with me, I can adjust the things that makes you happy. You know what I mean? Like, because every pet peeve of mine is not, it's only mine. So if you understand them or know them, then you can cater to myself or I can cater to my husband. So that's huge for me, being honest. You know, let me know. I might not really like all the honesty, but I'm willing to accept it so we can be better.
Good stuff. I like how you answer that.
Get that.
But can you all said something in your book about communication? What was the difference? You were saying we're always seeking that, right? Communication. What would you all say about that? It's versus communication.
Versus communication.
Well, I mean, you know, we're always saying that we need to be that's what we need to be in communication, right? But then there was something else that I think you all said about. Hold on, I did try to highlight. Well, I ain't gonna highlight. It was big. But you talked about, you know, that being something that we're always focused on is communication, and you're saying that. Hold on, let me find that. While you find it out, I'm gonna go on.
Okay.
Wait, but he could. Well.
I was just going to speak on communication. Oftentimes, we look at communication as what I'm telling someone, and what they're telling me. There's two things that need to happen in communication. One, you have to listen and to understand.
Correct.
So seek to understand what it is that person is communicating to you. And sometimes you can follow up with another question to find out what they really mean, because what's being stated may not fully be communicated at the time.
That's good.
And so if you don't enter it, if you enter it from that state of bliss of no judgment, not judging others, because we can flip a switch real quick if it doesn't sound like what we want to hear. But if you remain open and find out what it is that they want and be clear about what it is you want, that will begin to accelerate the ability to communicate information flowing back to you.
Very good.
My favorite question when it comes to communication is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how am I mean?
Wow. That's deep.
I love that.
And if he says,
Anything less than 10, she's gonna ask me, what are you gonna ask if I say it's a 9?
how can I fix that?
That's what it was. That's good right there. That's good stuff. Oh, that's good stuff.
And I was just going to add, you know, communication is also body language. It's more than just speech. You know, speaking. Sometimes you gotta. Like sometimes I know when my husband something is going on, He haven't told me yet, but I know it's something.
Yeah.
So being able to see the signs as well is part of the communication.
Exactly.
Non-verbal.
Exactly.
You gotta really be in
That
that.
speaks loud in itself sometimes.
And those nonverbals sometimes come from that communication that's going on in your head. One of the things I used to tell him when I started dating him is that I often have to fight, a full fight in my head before I even get home to tell him something.
Yeah.
So it might be that I went out and bought some shoes. Well, he upset about these shoes that I bought. Well, I'll tell him that I need a pair of shoes. And you know, if I hadn't bought shoes in a long time, and I'm going through the whole thing, and then he's gonna reply back and say this. And when I get home, I'm like, yeah, I know I needed those shoes. I go straight to the bottom line. We just cut the whole argument out because of everything that was going on in my head, because my mother used to do things like that where she'd buy stuff, hide it, then there'd be a discussion. So my programming, or we say, one of our friends say, our Verizon network in the back of my head is going through all the stuff that I've been taught about shopping and what a man would do if you came home with a bunch of stuff. And I had never given him a chance in the beginning until I cut this out. I hung this dial tone up.
Exactly.
Well, and one of the things is I would never tell you to buy shoes.
Right.
I would never say that. That's just not me.
Right.
But every person is not like that. And we
Right.
operate on that information that's in the back of our head.
Yeah.
And so often that's what creates the negative limiting beliefs. Is the stuff we've been told. Like a lot of men have been told, hide your money from the woman, but she gonna spend it all. I mean, and so they got money rat hole all kind of places because I mean,
I knew guys who did that. They have it folded up real small, and this side, and real small, and this side of the
and it's because of the conditioning in the head, and maybe they've had a couple of bad experiences that reinforce that. And so we all have different attitudes about relationships. It's all that former stuff. So you're not even experiencing your relationship now. You're recreating some mess you had in the past. And so when you can free yourself from that,
Come on now.
it makes it a whole lot easier to get to bliss.
You know,
Amen.
I always tell new married couples that they have to create their own story.
Come on.
Because we always going off of what we were raised around, but my mother was a single mother. I'm married with my kids. It's a different, I ain't saying she did nothing bad, wrong, or whatever, but I have to do my own story because she is who she was, and I am creating something that I want. So that's huge. Like, so when I use, and I tell them this as well. It's not always two wrongs. Sometimes it's two rights. It just don't work for your relationship. So that's huge for me because, like you said, you know, well, I was struggling. You know, my head. I got this whole conversation that said this part, my part. You get home and it's not even that. He don't even care. Like, you know, and I did all that. I burnt all that energy, and when all it is creating our own family, our own story, because that's what's going to make you happy.
I love what you said. You said you create what you want. That is so powerful. You can create what you want. Is that a lot of times you stop wanting the best.